All right. We got another reading here today. Welcome and welcome back. Glad you guys are here. And we're going to be getting right into it, okay? Getting right into it. So here we go. Here we go with the reading. Bing, bong, bam, bing, bong. All right, we're going to start with the Animal Spirit card from the Animal Spirit guidebook, just to figure out who I'm talking to and what Spirit would like us to know today. Hey, hello, how we doing? Yay. All right, who we talking to? Ooh, we got the Cobra. I know a lot about the king cobra, which is not actually part of the cobra family, but can kill an elephant in a single bite. Okay, who am I talking to today? The cobra. Cobra. Here we go. Pausing, waiting, the inner teacher. What's up, cats and hats? The cobra represents a teacher or spiritual guardian. The cobra hovers and watches, ever present, ever protecting, ever loving. The essence of the cobra is found deep within us in the form of the inner teacher and manifests externally in those special guides who've led us along our path. What would it feel like to be a student again? What are you ready to learn? Remember the old saying, when a student is ready, the teacher appears. When this is in balance, a student of life, humble and wise. When out of balance, it's a know-it-all. Egocentric. To bring this into balance, take a class or learn a new study. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful cobra energy. I love this energy because it means that soon we as a collective will be manifesting a mentor. And I love mentors, okay? Some of the mentors that I love is Joe Dispenza, Jim Rohn, Tony Robbins, some Taoist priests and monks. What's this guy's name over here? We have, I was just reading this book, Autobiography of a Yogi, about Paramahansa Yogananda, this guy. And in this book, he talks about the many mentors that he's encountered along his path of being a yogi, okay? Oh, you're reading it too? Yeah, so like he talks about how, touching the feet of his mentor is something that really gives him great joy. And he also has a mentor in here where the mentor doesn't speak too much. He just is who he is. And so he learns a lot along the way. Okay. Very, very cool. Another mentor that I have is Maharaji. All right. And so when the cobra comes out, I feel like it's telling us that we're about to manifest another one, a new one, somebody who can teach us more than we know, greater understanding than we currently have. Okay. And we all know when you awaken and when you find the answer to the question, we can be drawn into that answer. We can be drawn into that doorway, okay, that leads us into the next room. Neem Karali Baba, that's what I'm saying. But once we get into that next room, it can feel like we've accomplished something, like we've become something greater than we are, and we have. But there's always another doorway to walk through. And so there's always another level. There's always a higher heaven, okay? And I feel like if we continue to learn and allow ourselves to be students of life, we can find these mentors, walk through these doors, and become who we truly want to become, okay? What is up, guys? How are we doing today? What does Spirit want you to know about this mentor coming in? About this energy? Postponement. Okay, postponement. Feels like it's taken a long time to receive this mentor. Okay, it's been a while since there's been one. One who you deem worthy of teaching you things that you are already understanding, but on a deeper level. Okay, you may have been waiting, maybe not even waiting, just learning by yourself, like I'm talking about, reading these books, listening to seminars. And this mentor that's coming in is a mentor in the physical world. Somebody who you will know, somebody who will know you and be able to touch you, you'll be able to touch them, okay? In more ways than just one, in a spiritual way, okay? Okay, what else do we want to know? So it's been a while since we've had a mentor. Slow down to center yourself. Postponement, okay? It can be really easy. What's my Cash App? My Cash App is Lucky Anakin. Lucky Anakin. $ Lucky Anakin. But it's been a while, and it's so easy to feel like we've known everything that we've known. It's so easy to feel like, man, I'm in this room now. I made it past that door. I broke through. I'm on the other side. I have all of the answers. But when this mentor comes in, this person who has just so much loving awareness inside of them, and so much deep consciousness, when you meet them, you'll know almost immediately, oh, wow, I have so much to learn. Okay, so slow down. It's not a race. It's not a sprint. This life is a marathon, and we have so many things to experience. Okay, and I feel like this person coming in is going to help you experience more than just the results of what you're doing and the end and the breakthrough, but they're going to help you experience the process. How are you doing these things? I left my tarot deck over on the table over there. I'll be right back. So slow down. The intuitive guidance that you have is going to be more accurate and appears more often when you're in that space. Thank you, the white light. I appreciate you, the white light. Okay. Thunderbolt. I'm telling you, look at this. It feels like years since we've had a mentor of this caliber come in and spark us the way that this mentor that I'm picking up on is going to spark you. Like, it's been a while, and you're going to feel it, okay? Just resounding love, resounding loves. Thank you, Sylvia and Martel. I appreciate you. Peace and love forever. But this is like one of those, it's like a psychedelic inside of somebody. Like, they are a psychedelic. You walk up to them, you experience them, and, you may talk to them about nothing for 30, 40 minutes. You might just see them one time, but that 30 or 40 minutes that you talk to this person is going to change everything. And, in a lot of places in India, they call this the Buddha mind, or, they call it the higher mind. They call it the God mind, okay? And even in this book, Autobiography of a Yogi, in describing his mentor, he was like, this man had achieved oneness with the divine. And when you experience somebody who's achieved oneness with the divine, it can be very, very life-changing, no matter what you talk about. Okay, this is coming in. Gonna change everything, completely change the direction and momentum of where you're going. Okay, and that's what it's gonna change the momentum of. Any negative thoughts, okay? Like, whoever you are, whoever I'm talking to right now, you have access to your desires. They're right in front of you. These roses on this blanket represent desires. And you might be covering your face, not seeing them right in front of you in certain ways. Okay? And what I feel like this mentor is going to do is help you exactly awaken even more to who you truly are. A beautiful, beautiful coming together, a rendezvous from spirit. Okay? And I feel like this is just from the grace of God. You may or may not have been asking for this. Okay? But spirit has decided, your guides have decided that you are ready. And that comes through grace. It doesn't come through, sometimes it comes through asking, but I just really don't feel like you've asked for this mentor. You've asked for this specific person. They will just show up in your life. Wow, thank you, Tiffany. I appreciate you. Thank you, Tiffany. Knight of Pentacles upright. Okay, so from that card, I'm getting a sense of slowness. All right. They're going to feel... You're going to be like brought into this really, really amazing light. Like things that you've been looking at, seeing, you're just going to see from a whole new perspective. If this hasn't already happened, it will happen very soon. Okay, just slow down and start to observe the people around you. Sometimes the mentor comes in a form that you're not really ready for. Sometimes it comes in a form that you may not recognize at first, and so this is why it's so important to be a student of life. Okay, what are they? What does this person have to teach me? That's a question that we could ask ourselves. Okay. Knight of Pentacles upright. They're going to put you in a sort of slower frame of mind. And what does that mean, slower frame of mind? It means that, you might have been in a rush. You might be wanting to do things. You might be getting caught up in samsara, the wheel. And this mentor is just going to slow you down, make you see what really matters. Okay? And it's a really beautiful thing when this mentor comes in. Any mentor, when they come in, it's a beautiful, beautiful experience because, sometimes when you have the keys to unlocking the door, it's way easier to unlock the door when you have the keys. And, we've had thousands of years of development as humans. And, when somebody has carried that development and had mentors themselves who had mentors themselves, and they give you these keys that they've learned, it can propel your journey, can propel your progress forward very quickly. Okay, but there's a sense of patience with it. Patience, but also action. Enjoying the process. This is what you're learning. Enjoy the process. Get to know it. Love it. Be a part of it. If there's something that you're doing that you don't have the patience for, either stop doing it so that you can reassess what's going on, or start to, cultivate gratitude for that process. Okay. What else is going on? Action in terms of what, Spirit? The moon in reverse. Unlocking the unconscious desires. Unlocking the unconscious will. Tapping in and reprogramming the unconscious, subconscious mind. Okay. Because we're all on this journey. And while we're conscious, we're on this wave. And so it can be easy to awaken. You're on this wave, right? And so you're up on the top of the wave. You're conscious. Everything is easy. Everything is working out for you. But then there's this unconsciousness that can slip in and prevent us from continuing the habits that we've started. And so this is a solve for that. When you program the unconscious, what happens is the habits that you've started in your consciousness continue over in the unconscious parts of your day, week, or month. Okay, because we all have moments in the day where we're unconscious, and we call these things habits. You habitually get out of bed, you habitually wake up, you habitually eat your food in a certain way. And anything that's a habit is part of the unconscious, subconscious mind. Okay? And so what they're wanting you to take action on when this mentor comes in, and as this mentor comes in, they will help you do this, is focusing on programming that unconscious mind so that all habits, all things that you start can carry over into the next cycle. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Hermit in reverse and Temperance upright. So now is the time to be alone. All right. Go within. You've expressed yourself out into the world. You've been getting in the mix of it. You've seen the samsara wheel. You've seen what the rat race looks like. Now's the time to go within and heed the advice of somebody coming in. I really do feel like whoever I'm reading for right now, you either have somebody in your life already who has a lot to give you, a lot of wisdom to give you, and Temperance upright. This wisdom is going to be healing. Okay, so now it's just the time to sit with that, sit in that space and hear it. I want to know more though. Like we got the mentor. He's coming in. She's coming in. Another thing going on right now, and a reason why they're wanting you to be alone and go into your own energy, is because you have a two-faced friend. Okay, there's a two-faced friend out here. Compliments from an admirer. What's going on? Great worry over nothing. Compliments from an admirer. Okay. So somebody's like gassing you up, but they don't really mean it. And it feels like they might have some sort of effect on you, but it's not having any effect. They're not. I mean, even if they're trying to do like spell work or something through the compliments that they're giving you, the bouquets of flowers, it's not working. You're protected. Don't worry about it. Okay? Great worry over nothing. If you've been worried about a situation, receiving a gift from somebody, receiving something in your home that might be affecting your manifestation or stuff like that, do not worry. Everything in your home is protected right now. Everything that you've received has been cleared and cleaned by spirit. Okay? So you don't have to worry about that. It's, what else is going on with this two-face? Adventure in reverse. Okay. Receptivity in reverse. Okay. There's a call to adventure here. Call to adventure. Okay, what is that? An invitation, divine passion. Be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desire? Okay. Okay. Adventure in reverse. Receptivity in reverse. Be honest with yourself. What is your true desire? What am I feeling from that? What am I feeling from that? What is your true desire? There's a question here. Like, where's the adventure? But the adventure is already right in front of you. This is part of the Nine of Swords. The invitation to go other places. The grand adventure that you've been waiting for is already here. And I think that it's just not being seen. Okay? What is this passion, adventure? It's just, guys, we're just blind to it. That's it. It's the Ten of Wands in reverse. You're currently in the process of letting go of emotional burdens and weights, generational curses that are not ours and were never ours to begin with. But that call to adventure that you feel deep within, it's all like the opportunity is right in front of us. Okay? And so that's why Spirit has stepped in and they're saying, hey, no, like, we've been trying to call you out here. We've been trying to get you to come here. What's going on here? We're going to bring in a mentor. We're going to bring in a guru, a sage. We're going to bring in somebody who will awaken you. Even if they don't know it, even if they don't know who they're attuned with. They could be attuned to Hanuman. They could be attuned to Maharaji himself. They could be an embodiment of God. And they don't even know it, okay? But your encounter with this person is going to change everything. It's going to flip the script. Okay. Witness and observe. You don't have to do anything to get this to happen, guys. I feel like the action to take right now is within. The actions that they want you to take is to heal, to focus on clearing out the slate, purging, okay? Maybe not so much purging, just stillness. Again, we got a reading yesterday that was about stillness, and I'm feeling that energy come back again. But not in the sense of feeling restless, but in the sense of realizing how much you have to be grateful for. There's so much out there. There's so many things. Okay? I feel like many invitations. Focused intention. Okay, what's this? Receptivity in reverse. Again with the receptivity in reverse, guys. What can we do to become more receptive to what Spirit is telling us right now? All right? Explore your options. Explore your options. Oh my goodness. This message is basically telling you, like, look around, okay? Look around. Thank you, Landis. I appreciate it. There's like, where is your focus going? Okay? It could be going to, maybe we're over dramatizing things where we could be focused on what we have to be grateful for. But I don't see a lack of gratitude. I just see sort of a fog, a haze, a blindness. Where is that haze coming from? Can I get what that is here? Vacation. Your receptivity will increase. This is why you're being invited to different places. They want to get you out of your environment. You need a vacation. You need to go somewhere other than where you are. It's going to help you It's going to really help you become more receptive to these things. Take it if it resonates, guys. Leave it if it does not, okay? Changes in your life. Okay, changes in your life. Victory in some endeavor. What is the endeavor? Receptivity in reverse. What's going on here? There's something, celebration, public recognition, a wish upon a star that you've made in the past, maybe codependency, victory over codependency in your life. Queen of Pentacles. A vision that you've cast in the past is being realized now, but it's important for you to be on the lookout for it, I'm feeling. Okay? Be on the lookout for it. It's right there. It's in front of you. Your desires, the life that you want to live, it's right here. Whoever I'm talking to right now, it's right in front of your face. Okay? But sometimes it's not an intellectual thing. Sometimes we can't really see it if we try to intellectualize it or get past the brain fog or the haze. We just need to get out of our environment. We need to see somebody, feel somebody who has a higher awareness. And that's why the mentor is coming in. That's why the vacation is coming in. Okay? Strength in reverse. Drop your guard. What's going to happen is you're going to go on a vacation and it's going to help you drop that guard. What's going to happen is you're going to meet somebody who knows so much and you can feel how much they know in your heart and your soul, and it's going to drop your guard. Okay? That is what Spirit wants you to do, and that is what they're sending you right now. It's almost like they're going to do it for you. Okay? But it's that guard. There was a guard that was up. There was a protection over your heart that they're saying is no longer needed because you already have the discernment. Okay, you don't need to protect your heart in this situation. Ace of Cups in reverse. The Tower upright. Oh, wow. Who is that? Who needs to leave the line? Feeling trapped, the Tower. Man, what am I picking up on here? This is all over the place. We got Ace. I sort of feel like this is all over the place. You need to get out, experience somebody new, witness and observe. There's somebody who you're walking away from here, I feel like. And it's creating a big tower moment in there. Who are you walking away from? 10 of Pentacles. Upright. You must have been their ticket out. Okay? How is this coming together here? A mentor coming in, vacations on the way, getting out of what you're currently in, maybe feeling trapped in a situation, but not know. There's a blindness, guys. There's like a blindness going on. The blind leading the blind, but this person coming in is going to help you see, okay? There's something that we're blind to. I want to know what it is, Spirit. Come on. And why is it happening? In need of help, assistance, and guidance. Guys, sometimes we just need a helping hand. Yeah, sometimes it's it's important to accept help. It's important to ask for help and be willing to receive it. Okay? Sometimes we don't know all the answers because we're caught up in our own haze. We're caught up in our own life. Okay? And I feel like there's a definite tower around. There's this blindness. There's this haze. But there's this community coming in to help you. Somebody, like, you've been waiting for this, but I don't even know if you've known that you've been waiting for this the entire time you've been waiting for it. Okay? It feels like there's just like, there are moments where grace is given. All right? There are moments where, man, like, we don't know what's going on. We don't see the future. We don't know what we're going to do. But then all of a sudden, the hangman comes in and everything turns around. The mentor comes in and we can see everything that we weren't able to see in the past. All this gray turns into color. We turn colorful. We become colorful. Okay? And so, I mean, what this reading is, it's confirmation that that you might be not seeing things or in a haze, but that will be cleared up, not by you, but by an external source, by the grace of God. Okay, so just sit tight. Relax. Enjoy your day. Enjoy the, I mean, it may not even be enjoyable, but this haze, you know, sometimes you just want to be in the haze. You just want to sit on the couch. You just want to do whatever you want to do. And so allow yourself to do that. But just know that when that hand comes out to help you, it's time to reach out and grab it. Okay? It's time to ask for it. It's time to receive it. Okay? Don't push away help when it's offered to you at this time. It can be easy to do that, especially when we're in a fog or a haze, or if we think it comes with some ulterior motive. But right now, guys, if help is coming in, it's not coming with an ulterior motive. It's coming as a real necessary help. Okay? And that's a beautiful thing. I mean, there are so many people in this world who are greedy and want to take, but there are also so many people in this world who want to give and don't need anything in return. And you are about to witness and meet these people, okay? People who, you may have spent your whole life looking for. And in your childhood, you knew were possible. You knew that this kind of help was possible. It's just, it wasn't received from your father or your mother or anything like that. And so, somebody's just going to come in and just shower you, completely engulf you in the love that they can give and not expect anything in return. I'm thinking about Maharaji when he says, I know you. I know all of you. I know everything that you've ever done, and I still love you. He talks about this a lot. He can see, Ram Dass would talk about it as well, where he would go up to Maharaji and he would just know that Maharaji had known all of the terrible, bad things that he had done in his life. And yet, Maharaji would still give him the utmost divine and passionate love. Okay? One of the things that I heard from somebody the other day was, and it reminded me, it was like, if we have to forgive ourselves, right? And we have to forgive all of these terrible things that we've done in our life. But in order to do that, we have to be willing to forgive others for the terrible things that they've done in their life. Thank you, the white light. I appreciate you. We have to be honest with ourselves and say, man, if there's any part of another person that I reject, I'm also rejecting a part of myself. That doesn't mean that they need to be in your life. That doesn't mean that they need to be near you or anything like that. But we must forgive them so that we have the capability of forgiving that part of ourselves. Because we are all one. This is one. We all came from the oneness. And so we're all connected. And so we must forgive those people that are connected to us, to also forgive those parts of us that we're connected to. Okay? And sometimes that comes with a deep feeling of pain, but it doesn't mean that you have to suffer. Pain is not suffering. Okay? You don't have to suffer when you feel pain. Okay? So that hand is coming in. All right, King of Pentacles. Guys, this is going to feel really supportive. You're going to feel like you can just relax in the arms of the universe, because it's not just one person coming in to support you who doesn't want anything in return. It's many people. It's, oh my goodness, I didn't even know that the world was like this. I had been experiencing a world where people were just taking and greedy and wanted things for themselves and had ulterior motives. And here it is. This is the people. It doesn't even have to be your tribe. It's just people who are willing to give you themselves. Okay. And for those of you that I'm reading, the reason why you're attracting this is because this is part of you, that giver, that lover, that king or queen. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful energy here. And all we have to do is be willing to accept the help. Okay. Feeling tied down or frustrated. And there we go with maybe feeling like we need direction. Like we need to create a structure. We need direction, okay? Feeling tied down by our current circumstances. Well, we have to realize that if we're feeling tied down, we're out of alignment with our higher selves, and that our higher selves can always be or do or have anything. But how do we align with it? muddled and unclear thinking, feeling tied down and frustrated, dealings with the woman. This is the feminine aspect of ourselves. So how can we nurture the feminine within ourselves here? The high priestess. Trust your intuition. Your intuition is the key. Okay? And if you're not hearing your intuition, if there's muddled and unclear thinking, we have to get it to a point of receptivity. We have to quiet our mind, still our thoughts, quiet the inner critic, quiet the part of us that is unforgiving of not even others, but of ourselves. Okay? The part of us that says that, oh, we haven't done work, we haven't done the things that we were supposed to do, so now we've built up this momentum. No, we got to stop that momentum. We got to say today's a new day and I can start anew. I can begin again. We can always begin again. Every single time, every single day. Okay? Always. You have been indoors too long. Go outside and get some fresh air. Another thing that would help get you out of this muddled and unclear thinking is just taking a vacation. And I don't mean you got to go fly to the Bahamas, but I mean that you got to drive outside of your city, okay? Get into a new environment. You know, get away from where you've been. Maybe go to somewhere that you've never been before. I know there's cities around you that you've never been to. Okay? Look up on your computer, look up markets or venues or events and just go to one. Get outside, get out of your house, get out of your clothes, you know, go to the thrift shop, buy some new stuff. Yeah, come home to the water. I love that. I love that. Page of Swords in reverse, okay? So maybe ditch the plans that you've currently got going on, okay? It's the end of those old plans. It's the end of them, all right? You don't need to focus on these plans that you've already made. Begin again. Wipe the slate clean, clear off your palette, clear the or put a new canvas on your easel and start anew, all right? Make new plans. These new plans, they might have inspiration from your old plans. That's okay. But just begin again. That's going to be the most beneficial thing to do at this time. There we go. Empress upright, guys. There it is. The perfect opportunity in time to start new projects. Okay? Start something new. Sit back with it. Relax with it. When the Empress makes plans, she doesn't make plans to work for 10 hours a day. She makes plans strategically. It might take her at the beginning several hours to set up her strategy. But once she does, she can sit back on her throne of pillows and let people and opportunities come to her. Okay? So strategize. Maybe the plans that you had in the past were, having you be overworked, work, get, go. And the Empress is saying, hey, no, make plans where you set them up one time. You write it one time, you paint it one time, and then it's done. And then you sit back and you allow people to come to you, okay? You become a magnetic person. Rather than trying to chase opportunities, you become magnetic to them, okay? The Fool. There it is, the beginning of a new journey, guys. The beginning. My last, and how am I supposed to... So the Empress and the Fool combined with right next to the High Priestess and go outside. Take some time. Take this vacation. Okay. Allow yourself to meet new people. The mentor will come to you when you're ready, and you are ready. Okay. So just be open to that. Be open to receiving these downloads from that person. Make a new plan and then go. Okay. Once the plan is made, nothing else is needed. You'll be on your way. The Fool, the beginning of a very freeing and sovereign journey. The return to innocence, okay? Let go of that past. And this mentor, whoever they are, it feels very like otherworldly, feels very supernatural, this meeting. And so they're going to help you drop all of those things that you were feeling at one point. Let me get you an oracle card from the Animal Apothecary deck. The Fool and the Empress, what a beautiful combination of cards, okay? Let go and bury. I'm telling you, those old plans, those old ideas, those old, all that old stuff, I'm going to do this and this and this and that and these. Drop it. It's time to start anew. Okay? All right, here we go. Let go and bury. Card number 17. Let me read this to you. Scorpion flies the first on the scene when there is a corpse. When the scorpion fly appears in your reading, it is a sign that there is something outmoded that no longer serves you. When we hold on to something that has died, we cannot return to the energy it once had. Instead, it takes on a different kind of life. Maggots begin to lay eggs. The bacteria takes over and the decomposing processes begins. And the new life has a rancid smell. What thing or belief are you holding on to that no longer fulfills your purpose? Okay, what plans are you holding on to that no longer fulfills your purpose? What do you need to let go of? Finally, bury in the dirt. When we give a proper burial and say goodbye to what no longer serves us, it allows the natural process of decomposition to happen. It is through the letting go that something unexpected and beautiful can germinate. In burying what does not serve you, you create space for something more profound to grow. You become stronger by weeding through what is no longer contributing to your growth. Scorpion Fly's medicine shares that a new development is waiting to blossom, but you must first sacrifice and bury the unneeded that is taking up space. Trash the old and outdated. Get rid of every plan that you had. Get rid of all of those ideas. Your plan was like a sunflower. God's plan is like a bouquet, a field of sunflowers for you. Okay? Any other messages that we got going on, Spirit? Excuse me. Page 1 is your self-worth. You're worthy. Okay? You're discovering that self-worth through letting go of this old paradigm. And it's a process. You gotta, it's a process. You might be still sitting in it because it's all, it feels like it's something to hold on to. I'm thinking about the movie Practical Magic. Have you ever seen it? And the redheaded girl, the sister, she's dating this rock star. And, he ends up being a really bad guy and he tries to kill her. And they're witches, practical magic. And they're in the car and they're driving. And this guy, he tries to kill her and they end up killing the guy. And the witch, the redhead, well, she wants to revive him. She wants to bring him back to life, even though he's so bad for her. And they know that bringing him back to life, he's only going to come back as some demonic or lower entity or lower vibrational being. But she's so attached to the idea of being with this guy, she doesn't even care if it's really him. All she wants is that same attachment. And so what are you holding on to that you need to let go of? I mean, when I was watching that movie, I was just like, dang, you guys got to let go. Like, just get him out of there, Like, don't bring him back. He's not going to serve you. Like, that's clearly not the way to go. And I'm shouting at the screen during the movie, but when you're in it, it can be a little bit harder to see. Okay? So open up to receiving the wisdom of the mentor, of the universe, of spirit. What do you have to let go of? What's no longer serving you? Okay? That's going to be the key concept here. Mentors coming in, vacations, go outside, get out of your environment, and let go of those old plans and ideas. The new ones that are coming in are much more beneficial for your growth. Okay? That's where I'm going to leave the reading. I love you guys. Thank you so much for the support. You guys are amazing. All part of my tribe, all part of my family. Okay? I will be back again tomorrow night with some more readings. Okay, I love you all. Everybody who commented, you guys are awesome. Bye-bye. Oh, David, what's up? Bye-bye.